In today's India, if you were to attribute hatred and destruction to one politician, or you would imagine that one politician has really stymied the progress of India, who would that be?
I don't think I have an answer to that. I don't attribute hateness and violence to one politician.
It is so interesting to have a Karan Thapar without an answer and at a loss for words.
How about saying Karan Thapar, who refuses to answer? Who senses the trap
refuses
that
to walk out, refuses to get up because he's so beautifully mic'd.
Because he's enjoying the process. I love being questioned. This is the first time anyone's expressed an interest in me.
Let's come to some of your pet likes and dislikes, since to the general public you seem to hate everyone who comes to get interviewed.
No,
Who's
that's
the
not
editor?
True.
I'm just generally saying that's the perception. Who's the editor you most like?
Editor of a newspaper, editor of a television
editor
channel.
Newspaper, editor of a channel. Other than Rajdeep.
The editors that I get
Who's
on
the editor
with,
you most admire in India?
I suspect the answer would be a combination of people, and I'm not fudging.
Okay, give me a combination.
MJ, particularly in the days when he launched The Telegraph and in the days when he launched Sunday. Arun Puri, when he made India Today the most happening magazine, although that was 20 years ago.
Tell me, in 2010, at the end of this year, who would be the one
well, two or three. Vinod Mehta for his incredible courage. Bharat Bhushan for making a tabloid format an extremely readable and sometimes authoritative paper.
One name.
Well, I can't, because I think there isn't an easy answer.
Okay, give me one name on television
that I most admire.
Yeah. Other than Rajdeep, because there's vested interest there.
Barkha, because I think she conducts We the People with great aplomb and skill. She has a tremendous capacity to be sympathetic and yet objective, and that capacity is a personality trait which I admire.
One editor you dislike?
Veer Sanghvi, because I think he does wonderful feature interviews. I think the interview he did with Sindhya.
Have you made up with
just
both
before he died? I don't think I've had a quarrel with him.
Okay, very quickly, one editor you dislike?
I don't dislike any. I see
one
no
editor
reason why
you think is not true to his calling. Now, come on, you can't be diplomatic. You can't be diplomatic.
I'm not being diplomatic, but I haven't thought about editors that deeply.
Okay,
you're asking me questions that are out of my ken.
One interview that you've deeply regretted.
Oh, several.
No, give me one and the reasons. I mean, the person you interviewed, who you hated. When you walked out of the room, you felt like throwing acid on him or her. Didn't Jayalalitha lock you up for the night?
No, she didn't. She asked us to wait for an hour and a half. She tried very hard to persuade us not to broadcast the interview we'd recorded. We decided that there was no reason not to.
How was that feeling, though?
No, she was a lady who misunderstood me, and I suspect I misunderstood her, so I think there was a misunderstanding on both sides. By the way, I met up with her 3 years later at a National Integration Council meeting. We were both members, and I went up and I said, "Forgive me, I don't think I'm the person you want to meet at this moment, but could I still say hello?" And she turned around and she said, "What on earth makes you say that, Karanji? How lovely to meet you." And she was so charming.
Is this a strategy? Be rude, be nasty, let time heal, and then they'll love you till eternity.
No, I don't think it's nasty.
It seems to be repeated pattern.
Can I put it like this? I don't think I'm nasty. People may think I am, and that's a different matter, but I don't think I'm nasty.
I know you're not nasty as a human being.
What I am is persistent, and let me explain why I'm persistent, because I do believe that if a question is worth asking, it's worth persisting with till you get a sensible answer.
So as we end, very quickly, very, very quickly, in your style, the one thing that you detest about being Karan Thapar?
That sometimes I talk too much.
Sometimes? The one thing that you love about being Karan Thapar?
That I get to meet interesting people and to ask them questions, and 99% of them realize that it's a job I'm doing and are not offended by tough questioning.
If you were to be reborn, would you be reborn as Karan Thapar?
I wouldn't know what else to be reborn as.
The devils have a very, very long life cycle. They always get reborn. Karan, what a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Suhel. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for being with us. We hope you enjoyed this reverse dialogue. And as you can see, Karan never lets go, even when he's being interviewed. Thank you for being with us. Good night.
Beautifully done. Very, very nicely done. I think my job's at risk.